transition. Not on earth, but who could stand. I'm sure Jehoshaphat would tell us to build your hopes on things eternal and hold to God's unchanging hand. I grew up with songs like that, Sister Lion. I grew up with that. The realities of life is that all too often when we reach a situation of difficulty or a storm in our life, we need something that can hold us when we can't even hold ourselves. And so Jehoshaphat is faced with three nations who are coming up against him. And I believe that he would testify here today that let us know that if you just keep your eye on the Lord, he will come through. I'm talking to somebody here today because life has propelled you between a rock and a hard spot. But my challenge is keep your eye on the Lord. I'm here to talk to somebody here today, maybe on Facebook, maybe on YouTube, and you found yourself having more month than you got checked. Let me tell you, keep your eye on the Lord. I'm talking to somebody here today. You are at wit's end, don't know which way to turn. Keep your eye on the Lord. Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, found himself between a rock and a hard spot. He was at wit's end. And after receiving news that three warring nations, three warring factors were about to invade him and his people, he cries out for help. One thing that I admire about Jehoshaphat is that he knew who to call on in times of trouble. He understood that he didn't get to the palace by pulling himself up by his own bootstraps. Jehoshaphat had enough sense to realize that he did not have mental integrity enough to be able to plot his own course, and he begins to cry out to the Lord. In verse 5 it said, he prayed, O Lord our God, ancestors, you alone are the one who is in heaven. You are the ruler of all the kingdoms of the earth. Listen to his prayer. You are powerful, mighty. No one can stand against you. What I'm simply trying to say, my brothers and sisters, when life has pressed you down, when life has propelled you between the rock and a hard spot, just talk to the Lord. That's why ancestors was able to say, I once was lost in sin. Jesus took me in and then another light from heaven filled my soul. It filled my heart with love. And what did it do for you? Wrote my name above. And just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. He prayed, y'all. He devotes himself to prayer. Our ancestors got us here through prayer. They did not have a lot of social clout. They did not have a lot of political clout. But they knew how to go down. And as I used to hear Sister Reed say, the knee bone valley. And we'll talk to the Lord. My brothers and sisters, that's what prayer is. It's talking to the Lord. Jehoshaphat devotes his life to prayer, himself to prayer. And he calls upon the Lord. And so the text gives us the fact that you will have some warring factors. Amen. Pull up that verse once again, Isaiah. That's found in that 12th verse, where he raises a question. Oh God, will you not judge them? Problems come. Yes, these three warring factors were pressing him. And he raises a question. Lord, will you not judge? God speaks in the affirmative. Oh yeah, I'm going to judge. Every warring nation has its day. Be not dismayed. Somebody needs to know whatever betide, God will What he do? Take care of you. It looks like the enemy has the upper hand. But let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters. God is going to come through. Anybody ever been there? Your enemy is there. Yeah, they dug the ditch and it looked like, that you were going under. But the next thing you know, when God pronounced judgment on them, they fell in the ditches that they dug for you. That's God, dog. Don't worry about it. Yeah, quit trying to take matters into your own hand. Just remember, whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Look at what Jehoshaphat is saying. He has poured out his heart. It is crazy. Oh God, will you not judge him? Yeah, the warring factors will be judged. That's what I like about God. Is that he still sits high. Come on, y'all. He still sits high. And he looks low. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool God none of the time. Jehoshaphat, he cries to the Lord in prayer. He said, Lord, you hear what they're saying. You know what they're doing. Oh God, are you just going to sit back and allow this kind of foolishness to carry on? God says, listen, I got this. Have you ever got it and tell you, I got this? I got this. I tell you, what do you do when you don't know what to do? It's in the text. He said, we do not know what to do. What do you do when you don't know what to do? But one thing I've discovered is you rely upon what worked for you in the past. You keep your eye on what worked in the past. And if prayer worked for you in the past, why not pray your way through when you don't know what to do? The warring battle, sometimes all we can see is what the enemy is in front of us. But I've discovered something, my brothers and sisters. Every now and then you got to know how to let go and let God. And that's what Jehoshaphat had to do. He had to come to the realization that his situation was bigger than what he could handle. But then, as you look at the text, not only does the warring factors come into play, but look at his weakness. He says, well, we have no power to face this vast army that is attacking us. Now, he understood that God was bigger than his problem. He understood that God was almighty. But look at his admission to his own personal weakness. For we have no power. Lord, if you